Sorry. Welcome back to PAX East 2018. We're at the Shacknews booth. We have a couple of games coming from Rising Star, the publisher, but we have Decay of Logos. We have Ricardo here to talk to us about and play through the game with us. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, it's our pleasure to be here. This is our second time at PAX. Last time we were at the Indie Mega booth and we had a great success. It was actually there the Rising Star found us, and now we joined their team. I mean, we joined them as they're now our publisher. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You guys have a huge booth.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
like
it's
a really
fantastic.
good location.
And it's all varied games, which is really interesting. All very vibrant and varied. So it's pretty cool.
Very cool. So you had mentioned before we started that your game is kind of a Souls-like?
Kinda. Well, not the game itself, but the actual control type.
The gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going more for, you know, the older Zelda 3D games. We want to give you that sense of adventure and exploration, where you're just going into dungeons or underground caves and really finding those treasures and hidden collectibles. It's all about that. And it does have challenging combat. That's where the Souls comparison comes like, but it's kind of scary seeing people comparing it to Dark Souls.
Well, you had me at Zelda.
Yeah?
You had me at Souls.
It's the perfect blend then.
Right?
Yeah, because the combat is challenging, but it's very rewarding. It's not as unforgiving as a Souls-like game, because we want you to actually get a chance to explore the world. So it's very, very, very much a tactical type of combat, but once you master it, it's very rewarding. Yeah.
Very cool. How long have you been working on the game?
So in this version, we've been working on it for around just over 2.5 years. We had like a pre-production period where we tried different styles, but it was coming out as a, you know, the look wasn't really what we wanted, so we decided to take a lot of inspiration from Japanese animation, from Ghibli Studios and stuff like that. So our intention is really to create a vibrant product that really invites you to explore its world. So every scene is different. There's amazing set pieces in this game, and all of them are different. There's so much mood changes in this game that it's amazing.
The art style looks amazing.
Thank you.
You know, like you said, Zelda, a couple other games are influencing you.
Yeah.
What were some of the games that you drew from for inspiration for the art style and like the universe?
Yeah, so the universe itself is inspired by European folklore, so there's a lot of that in play, but we also take a little bit of Tolkien's work. So it is a high fantasy work, world, so at a few points you'll be like sliding under a giant ancient creature's legs, trying to escape it. The next moment you'll be on top of a tower, having a fight with a kind of sort of a steampunkish guy with a jetpack, for example. It's really nuts. It goes places, yeah.
Very cool.
All right.
Yeah, it's really varied, and the bosses are all so unique. You're gonna be surprised, I think.
All right. So are you going to be showing us a bit of the game today?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's jump in.
Yeah, let's do it. So we have here a small demo right after the first part of the game. I should mention that our game is like a semi-open world game.
Okay.
So as soon as you finish the first part, you reach sort of a village that connects the rest of the world, and you are free to explore the world at your own pace.
All right. So this, what we're seeing now, this is going to be an early portion of the game that people will jump into.
This is right after the village. It's one of the places you can actually explore.
Okay, cool.
One of the cool things. Oh, hold on.
Oh, we're too far.
Hold on.
Ha!
I play inverted.
You play inverted?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. High five.
Finally,
Team
vindicated.
inverted over here.
We didn't need any of that backup on this stream.
All right, so
you heard it here, Twitch chat. Inverted over here.
okay, so
I love how repulsed you were. You're like, oh.
I can't even move if it's not inverted.
I'm worthless.
It's like my brain doesn't work.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Too many flight sims when I was a kid.
He's going to eat this up.
Thank you. Preaching to the choir over here.
So yeah, this is right after the first part of the game, where you exit the village, and you can actually go anywhere, but we chose this place because it's like a bit of a mixture of everything you can do in the game.
What kind of mount is that?
So this mount is very special. It's story related. So in the beginning of the game, our adventurer's village is attacked, and she barely escapes, only to be found by this creature. It's a mythical elk that's going to accompany her throughout her entire journey.
Okay.
And throughout this journey, you'll have to develop that bond. It's not just a mount. You have to actually feed her berries if you want to ride her. You have to keep her calm. I'm sorry, she will have to keep the elk calm, if you want to actually ride it. And you can actually pet the elk and use it as a secondary inventory. So it's also a gameplay mechanic in which you have to plan your battles ahead in order to best beat your enemies. It's a bit of a mixture.
The top kind of looks part alpaca.
Yeah, it's more of an elk.
I don't know, because of the furriness.
Yeah, but it's not really a real creature. It's a mythical creature.
Yeah, it looks like part elk,
part alpaca. But there's something more to it. You will see when you play the game.
Oh,
so
cool.
One of the things we did here was we closed all these paths with boulders. But of course, in the full game, you're free to go anywhere you want. I'll start by showing a bit of the game.
It's a situation where you can go wherever you want, but you might need to level up to get to some.
Yes,
get past some
or
areas.
you can try to be a bit more cunning with your enemies, maybe throw them off edges and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because the higher they are in level, the higher your reward will be.
Of course.
It does pay to challenge higher level enemies.
Okay.
So I'll show you a little bit of the game now. So there's this is actually the first type of enemy you find. It's sort of a wood creature. But as soon as you start investigating, you'll find that these creatures are not natural creatures. Those were actually villagers who have been turned into creatures, wood creatures. So there's like a dark force at work in the world of Decay of Logos. Something or someone is changing into these wild creatures. And you actually find out as you play the game what's going on. Oh, I'm getting my butt kicked.
He got you?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Oh.
Nice.
Too bad, buddy.
Showing off.
Got him.
So yeah, there's so much variety of enemies. This is just one of the first mysteries you're gonna actually have to solve. Because you don't know what changed the villagers into these creatures. But whoever he was, he must be very powerful. So just to get a little bit back to the story of the game. So you begin right after your village has been destroyed by Crimson Knights bearing the royal crest. So you don't really know why they attacked your village, but you are determined to find out what's the cause. So you set out on a quest for revenge looking for royal blood. You are determined, very determined. You might not be the strongest warrior or a warrior at all, but you are very determined and you will not stop until you have your revenge.
All right.
In this area of the game that we're showing off, you're actually here to face off with one of the king's sons who runs this area, but there's actually kind of a twist. When you get there, you realize that the guy has been dead for a while now. He's actually being controlled by some sort of witch, a puppeteering witch, who controls him like a marionette.
Oh.
So it's one of the main bosses, and one of the main surprises you're gonna have in this demo is the guy is not even fully conscious.
In control of himself,
is like a marionette. So it's pretty incredible.
Interesting.
And being in a semi-open world, it's amazing. When you look at something, you're actually going to be able to look there. For example, the palace at a distance, you're going to be able to walk into that palace. Oh. So these enemies are not very hard. They're like the first kind of enemies you find in the game. But if they gang up on you, you're going to have a bad time, really bad time.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I'm just escaping here so I don't die and I can show you everything.
They're coming for you.
I'm going to show you a little bit of the interaction with the elk. So we have some variety. Well, let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, I'll have to talk with the game. About
Those are some of the berries that you can feed?
Yeah. So these are some of the ways you can interact with the elk. As you progress in the game, the elk is going to become calmer and more accustomed to you. So you will have an easier time getting his help to solve specific puzzles and actually mount him. You can actually call him, so I'm just going to call him up. Oh, looks like you're going to be attacked. Oh, these guys. They are a little bit of an asshole. Yeah.
They want to get in on the fun.
I can definitely see some of the Zelda influence from some of your enemies.
Yeah.
And it definitely has some Souls-like combat controls.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
But
so the combat is highly, I wouldn't say highly, but it is somewhat based on that. It's our own take. Oh, as you can see now, there's like a stress meter under the elk. So this means that she's not really happy for being mounted. So I need to be careful. Yeah, she gets spooked easily and that just pushes you off.
So how do you de-stress her? Do you pat her on the back?
Yeah, also, yeah, you can pet her. You can also feed. So not pet her, pet it, the elk. You can feed it. And as you progress in the game, your relation will, as I mentioned, become a little more closer and you will be able to ride the elk for longer periods of time. So yeah, as you were saying, the combat is based on Dark Souls, but it's our own take, so it's really not as unforgiving as Dark Souls.
Yeah.
For example, you can actually dodge in any direction, which adds a whole new layer of flexibility to the combat system. One thing I really like is the amount of weapons you have available in the game. So not only do you have magic, you can actually use axes, bows, maces, hammers. There's so much variety to it, and each particular weapon has its own set of moves. So those set of moves are going to influence the type of combos and attacks you can actually do. So there's so much variety there.
Not to even mention mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Can you pick them up?
Not at the moment, not in this demo. But you know, you never know what you're going to find in the world of Decay of Logos.
I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
So I see stuff and I'm like, oh, I'm going to pick that up.
I want that
I
now.
probably could cook that later.
We don't want to spoil anything right now.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, there's also... Oh, that's all right. No problem. There's also a lot of NPCs in the game. Well, quite a few. And when you help an NPC, there's a good chance that they will help you in the future. So this particular NPC, you help him escape in the earlier part of the game, and now he's going to reward us by teaching us one of the magic attacks available in the game.
Oh, cool.
It's like a shockwave attack that you can do to clear out crowds of enemies. So I'll show you in a bit how it works. It's called Trudeau. But there's like something sinister to the magic in this game. So every time you use it, it's going to drain your own life force.
Oh.
And this ties into the actual main story of the game.
So instead of having like a mana meter and a health meter, health is tied to the magic?
Yeah. It's actually it's actually going to take from your health. So yeah, when you do something like this, it's going to hurt you. But it's pretty cool to use. And there's different types of magic, so you can push enemies off ledges, you can set them on fire, poison them, petrify them. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh! Goddamn, this guy has a hell of a
That's a lot of blood.
I gotta find some potions, or else I think I won't last long.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, where do you get your health at?
So it's from potions. Actually, our weapon buffs are also from potions.
Okay.
You pick up different types of bombs that you can put on your weapons and add specific...
Do you craft potions?
No, you don't craft potions, so you find them. Yeah. So yeah, now I actually found a fiery soap. It's gonna buff up my weapon. Hopefully I can defeat this guy. Can also slide, which is quite useful. Oh, I missed. See if I can grab him. Broke his defense, and yeah. Okay, so now he's gonna lose health.
He's on fire.
Nice.
He's in pain. I'm just gonna run away from this guy. See if I can find some potions down there. So yeah, this is the tower I was talking to you about. You can actually fight on top of that tower, which is gonna be pretty amazing. Just gonna break some of this. And for this demo, we actually added a small path here that you can follow. This is one of the many dungeons. Oh, hold on. I think I have to restart the demo. Is that all right with you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fast. Just gotta press F1. Because this is a development build, so I wasn't supposed to load this directly.
No
but it's all right. I can show you anyway. Just need to load
guys,
it.
I didn't break a demo for once.
Not this time.
Oh no, it didn't break.
I'm known for breaking demos.
Oh well, we're still in heavy development.
Oh, no,
so
I'm not saying nothing crashed.
Oh no, all right. So the game is going to come out later this year, autumn, for all major consoles, particularly the Switch. I'm very excited for that version, and also on Steam. Yeah.
What engine is this running on?
This is running on Unity.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're also Amplify Creations is also a company that develops middleware for game development. So we have a lot of Unity products used in several known games.
So you guys build tools for other devs also?
For other devs, and we use it all on our own games. We're lucky enough to have our tools used in different games like Firewatch, for example, which has been a great game.
Wow.
Yeah, Ghost of a Tale just came out of early access early. Oh, they're following me. This is not good
for you.
Because they're not supposed to be here. All right, I survived.
Made it.
So yeah, as I was saying, this is one of the dungeons you get to explore. At its core, this is really a game about adventure and exploration. There's so much stuff hidden in this game. It's something here for everyone. Either if you are a completionist or you just like to get the best gear, there's always a dungeon you can explore and get new stuff, which is pretty cool.
That adds to the replay value.
Uh-oh, looks like something happened here.
Oh, yeah. Remember the Crimson Knights I mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
You find those guys, and now they're undead.
Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
And they're much tougher. Oh,
okay.
Oh, boy. I think I might lose here.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely tougher than the other guys.
Yep. So yeah, after you defeat this guy, you kind of open up the door to the dungeon, and can you actually start exploring. Oh, kind of tricked me there. And it's not just oh boy.
Oh, no.
Come on, don't make me look bad. Oh god.
It's a good dodge. He's ready for you.
So there's a dodge and parry mechanic also.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a really flexible combat system.
Yeah.
Man, that's some serious blood you
they
got in this
move
game.
pretty
Oh yeah,
fluidly.
it's sort of a temporary effect, but yeah, the game is kind of stylized violent.
Yeah.
But we have an option for parental control. So if you want to play this with your kids, or even if you don't like violence, it's the perfect game for that. Especially if you're playing with the Switch, just play with your entire family. You can disable the violence completely, and it's a fun fantasy game that you can play. So, let me just take care of this guy. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Good. Oh, found a potion. Thank you.
Oh,
You needed that.
Oh yeah. Finally. Whew, I'm kind of tired. So yeah, it's very rewarding. Once you get a hang of it, it's so fun. I'm just gonna push this lever here. So yeah, as I said, it's like 8 hours plus of gameplay, and if you're a completionist, you can actually play the game again after you finish. And there's different paths, different enemy placements, and it's a whole new challenge. You get to carry over all your stats,
Oh, cool.
which is pretty cool.
So it's like a new game plus.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We're big fans of that type of game.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but did he say this is going to be on the Switch?
Yes.
Oh.
And we're very happy that we're offering the same full-blown console experience on the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be amazing.
I think that's what's been really cool with both Unity and Unreal.
Yeah.
Being able to support Switch and enabling indie devs to bring their game to really the fastest growing console.
Absolutely. They make it so much easier to port our game to any of the consoles. Like getting it running on the Switch was like perhaps a couple of days of work. Of course, it wasn't really running as it's going to be in the final version, because we're going to do a lot of optimization work, make sure that it runs at a stable frame rate. As technology developers, that's extremely important to us. We want to develop a stable experience.
Understood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got it.
So yeah, there's something to do in this. There's a couple of things to do in this dungeon. You can actually face one of the mini bosses, or you can go for the main boss, which is a bit challenging. It's the boss I was telling you about with the marionette.
Yeah, the marionette.
Yeah. So I can maybe show you that.
Okay, I'm down. You want to see the main boss, right?
Of course.
So yeah, clearly something has happened on this dungeon.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the world of Decay of Logos. There's so much stuff hidden that really invites exploration. For example, you'll see a cave from a distance and a glowing light, and you'll wonder what's inside. And you'll be surprised once you get there. Chances are it's going to be a huge cave complex. Like, we have an early zone that's like a swamp, and the first time you pass through it with the Elk, you're like, okay, this is a zone, not very big, probably with a couple of puzzles I have to solve. But once you find the entrance to the underground complex, there's a whole other level underneath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Several levels to this. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's like a save. We have kind of a save mechanic in this game, in which when you die, you don't really die. It's like if you just woke up from a nightmare and nothing really happened.
Okay.
But although you don't lose the stuff you had on you or your stats, they are temporarily lowered. What this means is you're going to be kind of staggered, so you're not going to be at full power until you rest at a camp. And when you rest at a camp, there's a good chance you could be ambushed. And that introduces a whole new level of combat. You're going to have to fight at night, only lit by your campfire. Like creatures coming out of the woods, your enemies. So you're going to have to fight at night, and if you win, you will be rewarded for it with your stats going up to their normal level.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So where's your studio based?
We're from Portugal. Yeah,
Right on.
Europe. Yeah. We've actually been working on technology for longer than we've been working on games. We were a small team working on middleware for Unity, as I mentioned. We were lucky to be using big games.
What I found with a lot of my friends who run smaller studios is that they find work that way. That way they can work on projects like this while they have some smaller things to keep the lights on.
Exactly. So it's exactly that. We went for technology development, and it has worked out great. We were 2 guys when we started our company. We're 10 people now.
Okay.
And it's amazing. All thanks to the technology we developed, and thanks to the great people who have supported it along these years. It's amazing seeing our technology used in so many games like Firewatch, Ghost of the Tail, Pamela. Oh, they got me there.
No, he got you good.
Come on, guy.
You got a decent amount of energy. Yeah, that sword does some damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really strong. I should have learned the magic. I'm having a hard time now with the magic, without the magic. So I'm probably just gonna try to run away from him. Oh, that's actually one of the NPCs we find early on the game. You're not really sure if it's kind of neutral. So you're never really sure if, oh boy.
He followed you.
Yeah, you're never really sure if he's on your side or not, but it does clue you in into some things in the world of Decay of Logos.
Right.
So you're gonna find yourself interacting with him a lot. Just gonna try to attract this guy here. Come on, guy, leave me alone. Whoop. So yeah, as I was saying, it's a high fantasy world, so there's a lot of kind of, I don't want to say steampunk because it's not full steampunk. There's a lot of steamworks, mechanical stuff in the world of Decay of Logos. Oh, see if I can escape the guy. Leave me alone!
Oh, that was a close one.
So yeah, this is more of a prepared area for the boost demo. But yeah, you can actually come in here and fight the boss, which is going to be pretty amazing.
Cool.
I hope it doesn't crash. Fingers crossed.
Here we go.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Big bucks, big bucks, big bucks.
It's unbelievable the amount of bugs that you think you fixed and show up in the expositions. In big expos like this. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
All in all, it's amazing the feedback we get. We really love coming to this kind of events, and PAX is definitely one of the favorites.
Oh, it's great for you guys because you get so much instant feedback. Wow, this is a big dude.
This guy's something.
That looks really cool. And also very creepy.
Let me just turn off something here.
That is creepy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, our game may seem vibrant, but the story gets kind of dark, which is I find very interesting.
What was really interesting was it was so vibrant outside of the dungeon, but then once you're in there, I was like, oh.
A little scary. A little creepy.
I'm like, this is getting a little dark all of a
sudden. A little dark.
Oh yeah. Even the game.
And Nintendo Switch needs games like this.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think at the same time, you can have a dark game and have a vibrant world like we did.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's like you don't need to be, you know, have that grittier, muddy look. Oh boy, I think oh no! Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one.
Oh god.
I got distracted. Oh no!
He got you.
That's
the guys back at the office are gonna make fun of me.
Oh, no.
It's all good.
Well, hopefully they're watching you on stream.
Sorry guys. I was. Well, it's challenging.
It's a tough game. But no, we really appreciate you coming by.
Oh man, it's my pleasure.
Do you have a release date on the game yet?
Yes, it's going to be not an official date, but it's going to be available this autumn for all major platforms, including the Switch. We're very excited for and PC on Steam. Okay, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Where can we find out?
Thank you.
Where can we find out more about the game?
You can find out more at decayoflogos.com. We actually have a development blog where we post stuff every Friday since the beginning. So actually this Friday was our 100th post, and it was made from PAX. Yeah, it's a big achievement for us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super happy. Thank you, man.
Congratulations, and thank you again for stopping by.
Thank you.
We're going to be right back with some more games from Rising Star.